Hare Krishna. Dear friends, we keep talking about the mood of Vrindavan. Last time we read some verses from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Gopi stobito nrityat Bhagavan balavat kvachit Udgayati kvachin mugdhas Tadvasho daruyantravat. The gopis would say, if you dance, my dear Krishna, then I shall give you half a sweetmeat. By saying these words or by clapping their hands, all the gopis encouraged Krishna in different ways. At such times, although he was the supremely powerful personality of Godhead, he would smile and dance according to their desire, as if he were a wooden doll in their hands. Sometimes he would sing very loudly at their bidding. In this way, Krishna came completely under the control of the gopis. And the next verse, 8th verse of 11th chapter of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Bibharti kvajita gyapta pithakon manapadukam bahukshepam cha kurute swanam cha pritimabaham. Sometimes Mother Yashoda and her gopi friends would tell Krishna, bring this article or bring this article. Sometimes they would order him to bring a wooden plank, wooden shoes, or a wooden measuring pot. And Krishna, when thus ordered by the mothers, would try to bring them. Sometimes, however, as if unable to raise these things, he would touch them and stand there. Just to invite the pleasure of his relatives, he would strike his body with his arms to show that he had sufficient strength. Last time we spoke about bhajan, bhajana seva. The word bhajan means service, like seva. This word comes from the verbal root bhaj, to serve. And when does bhajan takes place? When there is a bhakta, devotee, and Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Their relationship is called bhajan or bhakti. And this devotional service is the meaning of our life. Actually, we were born in the human body to learn how to perform this bhajan. And in Vrindavan, everyone is doing bhajan. But there is this is a special bhajan. There is raga in this bhajan. What does raga means? Raga means that a person is full of love for the object of his worship. The raga means attachment or love. In the Krishna consciousness movement, in the Krishna consciousness society, we are learning to do this raga marga bhajan. Actually, this society was found for this purpose, because this is the goal of human life. And raga marga bhajan is that they always talk about Krishna. Vrajavasi, the inhabitants of Vraja, always talk about Krishna. If we are not able to engage our mind and body in Krishna Katha and the talking about Krishna, that means we are not able to be in Vraja. And who is able to be in this, to participate in this bhajan? Those persons who has gone who has gone beyond three modes of material nature. As we know, ignorance, passion, and goodness. The heart of such a person has become very pure because he follows the Vrajavasis. He folloos the inhabitants of Vraja. We should not think that the Vrajavasis are only those who live in Vraja, in Vrindavana. The Vrajavasis are those who have developed a loving relationship with Krishna and who engage their mind and body in hearing Krishna Katha, speaking about Krishna. And what happens on this path, on this Raga Marga Bhakti path? Our desire is not directed towards sense gratification, no more. We want to naturally make Krishna happy, only this. Then naturally we'll develop spiritual relationship with Krishna. I am Krishna's father, I am Krishna's lover, I am Krishna's friend, I'm Krishna's beloved one, I am Krishna's friend, I am Krishna's servant, like this. And if all the people, they have only one goal, to give pleasure to Krishna, different people with different nature, they can live in the society without quarreling, without fighting. Yes. They can give respect to everyone. No war, no problems. This is the secret. A secret of peace, like Srila Prabhupada said, peace formula. This is Raga Marga Bhajan. This is peace formula. We want to see that Krishna happy. We chant the holy name, we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna every day. But how do we chant the holy name? This is the question. One can practice bhakti outwardly, but the heart will not change. Therefore, it is very important. It's very important what we want in the core of our heart. That is a very important thing. Who am I? This is called abhiman, or designation. If I want Krishna to be happy, if I have such abhiman, then sambandha rupa bhakti will begin. That means bhakti with relationships. This is bhakti in which there is already relationship. For example, I feel that I am the father of Krishna. This is my constitutional position. I am a servant of Krishna. This is my constitutional position. No one can change this. The external practice is called vidhi marga. That is other thing. Vidhi marga, what is this? Vidhi means rules and regulations. This path is primarily based on strict observance of all rules and regulations. And on this path, one cannot develop ragamaya bhakti. So one cannot develop love to Krishna. In other words, if a person only follows the rules and regulations, performs vidhi bhakti or vaidhi bhakti, then he will not be able to engage in raga bhajan. And one can say, so we should give it up? No, don't follow any rules and regulations. Just go to Vrindavan. One ticket to Vrindavan. No back ticket. Just stay there and die. No. Not like this. Suppose we have already developed Raga Bhakti in our heart. Suppose we are feeling love to Krishna in our heart. How should we behave outwardly? If outwardly one does not follow the rules and regulations, vidhi, what will happen? We have said that spontaneous love is the highest path, the goal of love. Raga Bhakti needs any rules. But what happens if we show others that we have already developed Raga Bhakti? So then we will become Sahajya. Sahajya means the cheaper, one who makes everything cheap, very cheap. Sahajya believes that spiritual practice is very cheap process. So he demonstrates to everyone, oh, you see, I am exalted devotee. You see, I am sadhu. I am living in Vrindavana physically. Oh, we think that if one lives in Vrindavan physically, that he is a Vrajavasi, a resident of Raja. That is a great mistake. But those persons who perform Ragamaya Bhajan in the depth, in the core of their heart, in the depth, and outwardly follow the many rules and regulations, vidhi, marga, such persons are also called Vrajavasis. They are Vrajavasis. And they are able to perform spontaneous service, Raga Seva. So this Raga Marga Bhakti, this is attachment love. For us, we can do it, we can practice it in our heart, in the core of our heart. So this is the way to insight, in the way into our heart. So we should open our heart. We should find all Vrindavan in our heart. As we have said, such Vrajavasis always hear about Krishna. So in our heart we should always hear about Krishna. And to do it, we should also hear about Krishna physically. Someone can hear about Krishna but not with heart, only by ears. But mind is going in other direction. It's not Vrajavasi. Vrajavasi, he is hearing by heart. This is their main occupation of Vrajavasi. They always speak about Krishna, hear about Krishna. And this is wonderful month of Kartik. We have the opportunity to hear about Krishna. That is what will save the world. Some people are trying to stop the war right now, but first we have to stop the war in our hearts. Therefore we should constantly hear about Krishna. Hare Krishna, we will continue this topic.